All right, we're live. Welcome to the Bitching Dead. We're your hosts, Bekah, Farid, and Tara. If you don't know who we are by now, tough nuts. We're a webcast from the minds at the Geekery, and we're here to bitch about stuff and things because somebody has to do it. If you haven't seen episodes 17 and 18 of The Walking Dead season 10, we don't blame you. I don't care if you hear spoilers at this point.
Bekah's in rare form.
If you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember this is recorded live, so we aren't exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us for any technical difficulties or accidental or intentional swears. You can join the conversation with the hashtag #TheBitchingDead.
All right, we'd like to remind you that the host expressed, that the views expressed on this webcast, what the hell is wrong with me? The views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the geeky area or the webcast itself as a whole. I'm pretty sure nobody else at the geeky area watches The Walking Dead anymore, but you know.
Yeah. All right, so Farid, you're up. News.
Yeah. Okay, so I was interested in the ratings because whenever a show comes back, people are more interested in seeing it, and the premiere episodes usually get higher ratings, but not for The Walking Dead. So episode 16, which was the episode before this, it finished at 2.73 million viewers and a zero point 0.9 demo. Now, with the show returning for these 6 special episodes, people did tune in for episode number 17, and this episode got 2.89 million viewers and a zero point 0.9 demo. So basically, The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and World Beyond have all dropped from the 1.0 demo milestone.
So explain to me exactly what the demo is. Is it the demographic?
Yeah, the demographic. The demographic which pays the most when it comes to advertising, which is basically the 18 to, I think it's the 35 age bracket, that demo.
Okay.
So that's the one that's the most valuable for advertisers, and the more successful the show, the higher it rates in that demo, and advertisers pay more for the advertisements to be shown on such shows. So all of these shows have dropped from the 1.0 demo, and I think the writers know that there isn't a lot of steam left because we know that season 11 is going to be the final season for this show, and World Beyond is to end after season number 2. So I'm not really sure how long Fear the Walking Dead can last.
Dare we even? I don't even know. Like, here's the thing though. Like they've done very little like pushing or advertising for the show coming back. Like I wouldn't have known about it at all. I didn't see anything about it anywhere if it weren't for this webcast. And honestly, I think it was Farid keeping us apprised of the situation. Like, and that's not good. Like, and especially when it ended on such a weird note without this, like not even with the actual season finale last April because of COVID. And then they had that one episode in October and then we waited, however many months. And now they're like, I guess we gotta finish this season. Like, it's just so disjointed and like, it wouldn't have been great anyway, but it's just, so were these supposed to be like, the episodes that would have aired in October? Was the last week supposed to have been actually like season 11 premiere or like what? I guess it doesn't matter now, but
I think episode 16 was supposed to be the season. I am not sure. You know what? I'm not sure.
Well, because normally there's 16 episodes per season. So that's why I was thinking these would have been episodes 1 and 2 of season 11. But I guess
they shot a bunch of extra material and they were going to use those, from what I understand, they're going to be using this extra material in the finale, or in those episodes leading up to the finale, but because of COVID, they had to cut it. And so they just had a bunch of like cutting room floor stuff, and you can obviously tell that's what happened. You can obviously tell, especially with episode 18, where that dumbass fuck. So you can tell that that's kind of what happened with that.
Yeah, but yeah, we have to go through these 6 episodes, and then we'll have to wait for like 2 or 3 more months for Fear the Walking Dead to come back, and there's no news about the world beyond coming back. Like we don't know when that show is going to come back. Also, coming to the next piece of news, the viral poll asking people when they stopped watching The Walking Dead, and many of the responses basically saying that they stopped when Negan didn't die. I'm like, you know what? I'm there with you. Like Negan should be dead. There's no reason for him to be staying alive for this long.
Yeah, and also I meant to retweet that thing. It wasn't even really a poll. It was just a tweet that some guy like made, and I really was like, I meant to retweet it, but then I never went and looked for it because like I obviously we still watched the show, but like I was trying to remember when I actually gave up on it, and I know it was sometime in season 7, but
mine was after. So like my heart stopped being in it after technically season 6. Like when they got to Alexandria, I was like, this is fucking dumb. And then the whole Alexandria plot, just with them, everybody dying, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm over this. And then Negan came along. I was kind of like, okay, well maybe interesting. But then after Glenn and Abraham died, I was just like, okay, I don't have any interest anymore in this show. It stopped being fun for me.
I know that I like struggled with it and was like ready to give up reviewing it, like for like actually writing reviews of it for the Geekieri, like during season 7, like pretty much probably like at the end of season 6 really, but like definitely beginning of season 7. But like I did keep reviewing it, and there were some episodes that I was like okay with, I guess, but yeah, I don't know, like it's just exhausting at this point. And like these 2 episodes, particularly the episode 18 is just.
I was talking to Bekah about it. I was like, you know what? This episode could have been an email. They could have just posted on fans to read. There was no reason for them to shoot the entire thing.
There's no reason for us to be getting we'll talk about it, but there's no reason for us to be getting a flashback episode of what Daryl was doing while he was searching for Rick 5 years ago. At this point, there's no reason for it. Stop. Just stop. Stop.
But yeah, that poll was funny, and like, yeah, I really want Negan to die. I really wanted. Who slashed his throat? Maggie or Rick? Rick slashed his throat, and then he saved him. Or something, and I was like, you know what? At that moment, Negan should have been dead. But yeah, he kept living. He's still alive for some reason.
Wait, also, Negan got slashed in the throat in the show?
Season 9.
I don't remember that.
Negan and Rick were fighting, and then Rick took a piece of glass, I think, and he like slit Negan's throat.
Oh, that's right.
Like, why? And Maggie was crying because Maggie wanted him to die.
Yeah.
But Rick saved him. It made no sense. But yeah. Also, interestingly, even though we waited so many months for new episodes, there has been no new news about the 3 Rick Grimes movies. And I'm like, are they even a thing?
So there's this. So I'm in a bunch of Walking Dead Facebook groups, and the popular rumor going around right now is that Andrew Lincoln is currently stuck in England and is not allowed to come to the U.S. right now. Not because he's done anything bad, but because of COVID. Am I still making a lot of noise?
No, it's better now. I think it's just when it was something about wherever your mic. Whatever mic you're using when you were moving around, it was like all I could hear was like you moving, and I couldn't even hear Farid.
Oh, sorry. And then so Robert Kirkman, he did a poll on Twitter, and he asked the people like what he wanted, asked people what they wanted to hear him talk about. And there were 4 options. And one of the options was Beth Green. 89% of people voted on Beth Green. And I'm talking thousands and thousands of votes, and still the motherfucker didn't do it. So I'm just... Anyway, all right. So we spent 10 minutes on news. Let's move on to season 17, Home Sweet Home. Episode
Season
17.
17?
Shut up,
Not
Farid.
season 17. But yeah, also this episode, it was so weird. At first, I couldn't figure out when it was taking place. Like I thought that we got a time jump, but now it basically picks up after episode 16 when they ended up killing Elsa and everyone. And the only moment that I liked was the fact that Maggie's back. It's nice to have her back, and I really hope the actress is getting paid what she wanted, because that was one of the reasons that she left. And the opening scene where Judith is like, I could have gotten that walker. And Maggie is like, you are your mother's daughter. And I was like, the shade. Because I don't remember Lori ever being able to kill a walker on her own.
Well, she's talking
I'm
about
pretty
Michonne.
sure she was talking about Michonne.
I know she was talking about Michonne, but my mind was like, Maggie, oh, throwing shade. She was like, she was being sassy, like, you are your mother's daughter. You're useless.
Wow.
And she's also like, the little goblin is like, I'm also my father's daughter. And I'm like, Rick's not your dad, little girl.
Oh, Lord. No. So terrible.
That's a shame, baby.
Wow. Yeah, this whole episode
Very
was...
interesting route they can take Judith, because we knew that Shane was crazy. What if Judith starts getting crazy too?
I mean, with Shane, I don't really want to get into that because, like, we don't know if Shane was like that because, let's be real, he was probably like that because he was a cop. Or maybe he was a cop because he was like that. I don't know.
Oink, motherfucker.
Should I just stop talking?
You know what? This webcast hates cops. There, I said it. Well, I don't know if Farid hates cops, but I hate them. Cab. All cops are batshit insane. Okay. Tara.
Yeah. What my favorite moments were, like,
yeah,
like to the fact that Maggie, the reminder, that sudden random reminder that Maggie was a big sister, like aka a pseudo stealth Beth mention.
Dude, they talked about Beth 3 times in this episode, and I was like, Beth. Like, it's just the Beth alarm was going off.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa, like all of a sudden that's a thing again, because like for how long after Beth died, like she was just never mentioned or brought up by anyone. Like anyone. It was so weird. It was like she never existed, you know, and now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, Beth is just there left and right. Also, Herschel was adorable.
Oh my god.
I mean, his name is horrible, but he's adorable.
Yeah.
So mine just says Beth. He is a really cute kid, especially he was wearing Glenn's hat and he was kind of dressed up like Glenn. He was wearing the long sleeve shirt with the t-shirt with the button. I also got some
real like Short Round vibes from Indiana Jones because of the hat, but you know,
it was cute. It was so Cole is really hot and Elijah's really hot, and we finally see who's underneath the ninja. And of course, Maggie's looking fine as hell and ready to kill Negan with her bare hands, which I love. Mm-hmm. We love a strong, independent woman who's not afraid to kill the man or kill her husband.
Yeah, she mad.
She was really mad. And Negan is like, the way he's looking at her, like, especially at the end, whenever she's walking with Herschel, like, I can't tell like what he's thinking. I can't tell if he is expecting her to like just straight up kill him, or it's a strange look on his face, especially at the end. Like, I can't tell if he's upset that she's there or he's upset because there's a kid.
He's just worried that he's screwed again, you know.
He's going to hit
Yeah.
on her. He's going to hit on her. That's going to be a thing.
Ew.
Going to
And then
be like
Herschel's gonna.
he's going to be like you wanting to kill me turns me on. It's going to be an entire thing. It's going to be bad.
No, Farid. Don't say that too loud, or else you're gonna manifest it into the universe.
Step on me, Maggie. Bash my brains out.
Oh my god.
Use your
Oh my
baseball on.
Use your
Baseball
what?
on.
Your
Baseball bat
baseball?
on.
Oh, and there's the baseball, and I just had this image of Maggie with a baseball, just pap, pap, pap.
Oh man.
Least favorite
looking forward-
moments.
I'm actually looking forward to Herschel meeting Judith and how that
Yeah.
is going to turn. Because I don't think I looked at Herschel and Herschel doesn't look like a fighter to me.
No, he looks like a really adorable little kid.
Who climbs trees really fast.
So she trained him to climb trees, but not to fight, maybe.
Who knows? You know what? Who knows? Maybe. But yeah, least favorite moment.
There were just so many red shirts, copious number of red shirts, like unnecessarily large number. Like there's one guy in the woods with a gun and he takes like, there's like, how many people did he kill? Like how many people? 3? We saw him kill at least 3.
He burnt 2.
Yeah.
And then he killed
Billy
people.
and
I mean,
5
we never
people.
saw those 2 alive, so I can forgive that. But like, then we're introduced to 3 new characters, and bam, 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 they all die. Like, I get that, like, you know, Maggie and Daryl and Judith and or whoever. No, Judith wasn't there. Maggie and Daryl and
Cole
oh my
and Elijah.
yeah, I guess they all have plot armor, you know, but like, I don't know. It was such a short period of like short amount of time to be introducing new characters and then just bam, 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 they're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. I hated it. I mean, other than that, like the whole thing was just nah. Like I didn't hate this episode as a whole, weirdly enough, but like, yeah, just copious red shirts.
oh, the grenades. The grenade on the bodies are so overdone. Kind of. I don't know why I wrote that. Just to have something to write, I guess.
It was such a small explosion. It was like, boom, get down. Ooh, he's dead.
Also, there was no blood on anybody.
Yeah, they were like only 2 feet away from him.
Yeah, he was like, hey, the Pope mocked you. And then like that's what he sounds like. So we have the Reapers and we have the Pope. And at this point, they just have a drawing board of scary sounding names, the Whisperers, the Saviors, and they're throwing darts at it. Are the Reapers in the comics?
No.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah, Reapers aren't a comic. Oh, we also have that entire Commonwealth thing. Where's Ezekiel? Those guys are still like trapped, right? With the Commonwealth.
Oh, yeah. Princess.
Oh yeah, we didn't see
whatever
them
her
at
name
all.
Princess?
Yeah.
Yeah, Princess. Yeah, we didn't see them at all. The Reapers aren't in the comic books. Like I
don't remember.
I stopped reading after Andrea died. But yeah, I don't. There is definitely a big bad group after the Whispers. Okay, I'm looking it up. No, it's not. They're not called the Reapers.
Yeah.
So.
The Reapers were introduced in season 10. They aren't from the comics.
Oh, they were introduced. So they're okay. So they're introduced in like just now, right? We haven't heard about them
in
before.
the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly remembered so little about what happened.
And their leader is Pope. Pope is their leader.
Okay, because that was my like one of my other gripe things was that like that they were introducing like another big bad right away, maybe 2, because I wasn't sure if Pope was a Reaper or if he was like another like I don't know. He just saw Maggie on the road and hated her by sight. Who knows? This with the show, honestly. That's how good the writing is.
And why was this Reaper all alone? Why was he working solo?
It seems if they've been chasing down Maggie and her people for this long, like they have to know that they're not like easy to catch. So why would you send one lone guy after them? Like, okay, man. Like, guy can't even catch a little kid. How old is Herschel now? Like 6 or something? 7?
7.
So like they can't even catch a little 7-year-old. He climbs trees too fast or something. Like I don't know, Bekah. You had a different least favorite moment though, or did you already say it? If you did, I missed it.
No, it was the grenade thing.
I just had the grenades. I mean, I don't know. I really didn't mind this episode. Like I thought it was exciting. I was happy to see Maggie back. I enjoyed. I love Kelly a lot. Kelly is probably one of my favorite characters, and so I enjoyed watching Kelly bond with Elijah. And obviously Elijah's like this badass, but then he takes his mask off and we see he's not such a badass. He's still scared. So
he young. Like
he does look pretty young. He looks like he's in his, early 20s, late teens maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking late
I don't know, Kelly, and then of course Kelly talking to Maggie, and I did enjoy that. So that's not really a least favorite thing. I don't know. I don't really have like a least favorite. It's just this episode was okay. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Which is
I felt kind of the same.
Which
and this episode was supposed to be the season 11 premiere episode.
I think they redid a bunch of stuff. I don't think it was supposed to be the season 11 premiere. Because of COVID happening, they had to refinagle everything. So they just used a bunch of cutting room floor stuff. I think this is my theory that they used a bunch of cutting room floor stuff and they all kind of sewed it together to create these 6 episodes. And then of course they had to come back and they filmed I think they did film a little bit during quarantine. But they probably only filmed enough to make everything coherent and cohesive, which is, funny for The Walking Dead. Because I say that, and then literally the next episode is just absolutely it's a disaster. It's like you gave a child a pair of scissors and like just told them to cut out random shapes and then glue it together. I don't fucking know.
It was just weird Daryl fan fiction. Like, we don't care.
Oh my god! Well, we can talk about that next, and because I have a lot of things, I have a lot to say about that. Because at first I was like, yeah, romance for Daryl, and then I was like, wait, no, stop! I hate this. This is horrible. But we'll go over that. So, any other gripes and WTF moments? Which
Maggie
we talked about.
Maggie was talking about taking Herschel to live by the sea, and there weren't any walkers around, and I'm like, shouldn't the sound or the loudness of the ocean attract more walkers? Shouldn't there be more walkers like on the beach going into the ocean because of all of the sounds and the crashing waves?
I don't know, because
I don't know.
Because we know that the walkers, they like react to sound, and the ocean is loud.
Yeah, but I wonder if they would be able just to like kind of tune it out, because like if they're in Virginia in the summertime, the cicadas are screaming. Like, would they just tone that out too? Or like the babble of a brook, or the roar of an ocean, or the roar of the river?
Like sort of background noise, I guess. Like it's not like a. I don't know, that's a thing that now that I think about it, like, wouldn't they also then be attracted to like the general buzz of noise in a place like Hilltop or Alexandria? But they really aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're only attracted, and again, this is like. It's very spotty, but then that's Walking Dead world building for you. World building quotes.
I mean, beyond. There was an entire episode about the walkers gathering around these burning tires because of all of the sound.
Oh, I thought it was because of the fire.
That's what I thought too.
It's still sound.
I mean, well, those are more like, they weren't like big burning, like crackling fires. They were like smoldering or so.
There were lots of movement.
There was also explosions, weren't there? Like, I don't know. That's kind of I feel like we're getting off topic here, but like, what's new?
I mean, remember the walkers that were turning doorknobs and cutting grass and cutting hair and doing people's eyebrows and
refueling vehicles.
Refuel it, yeah, right. Exactly.
Petrol pump.
Yeah. They were starting the vehicles once a week so that they wouldn't like, just die completely. Because like literally, I have friends during this pandemic who didn't, go anywhere, like didn't drive anywhere for like a month, and they would go out to start their car and it would be dead and they'd have to have it jumped. You know what I mean? Like, but the Walking Dead, they just jump into a car and it's like starting immediately. That's not how physics works. Like,
now that we've had a pandemic and we know that's not how it works.
Oh God. Oh,
I know, right? Don't think about it too hard.
Anyway.
Okay, so episode 18, Find Me.
What if I don't want to? What if I don't want to find you?
Look, I will find him. It's fine. Although, okay, so favorite moments. You can kind of see because we have a I know that anybody who's joining us for the first time but know this. Also, if you're joining us for the first time, where have you been? But we have like a document up that we kind of like jot notes down and stuff in. And so with mine, it was kind of like linear, like, oh, this is great. Never mind, it's awful. So Dog, we get to see Dog as a puppy, which is really cute. I love puppies. And then I was like, oh, the weird sexual tension with Leah is fun. It's like, finally, some romance for Daryl. And I was like, never mind, I hate this. And like, I love tension, but I feel like whenever they finally consummated, which is really stupid, it was really stupid because with Daryl, I love the will he, won't he thing, like that he had with Connie and he had kind of with Beth. And like, it's kind of a, will he do it? Will they, won't, like that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean? And with this, it just was like, I don't know, he's been single for so long and suddenly he's willing to just settle down with this random redhead in a cabin with a dog. And I was just like, this doesn't feel right. The tension was weird.
He rushed into that relationship.
Yeah. And it was just like, I mean,
had himself a COVID marriage.
Yeah. He technically really didn't. Well, I guess it was like over a period of a year. Over a year. It was like 2.5 years or something. And then, of course, Daryl doing what Daryl does best and throwing fish at people. But it wasn't like a contrived relationship, but it was just a really weird one. And Daryl has always been like the lone wolf, never had a romance. And I kind of like it that way.
Yeah,
like,
same.
I've always, like, yes, I definitely ship Death and Beryl. She is dead.
Death Beryl.
Look, I'm really tired, so I'm mixing up my words. I did it again. God darn it. Beth and Daryl. I definitely ship them.
The child could be named Beryl.
Sure.
If Beth and Daryl had a kid.
Beth and Daryl is the closest I ever came to, like, I don't even want to say shipping, but certainly like feeling like, okay, well, I'd be okay with
something
this
here.
Like the age difference and the fact that he knew her when she was like still like super young is a little bit weird. But
she was only 16, like 2 years.
Like
it's not
30. I don't know. Like the age difference was a bit much, but like I was willing to kind of set that aside because she was like, they had what they had together, like when they were like after they escaped from the prison, and the type of person she is and the type of person he is, I honestly could have maybe gotten behind Daryl and Carol at some point, but like only but then they really just solidified them being good friends, and I really hate when like, oh well, just because they're good friends, we have to
Means they should
like,
fuck.
yeah, like,
And it was just really weird seeing her like being all flirty in the fire with her tattoo and reaching out to touch his hand, and he touches her hand, and I was like, this is not who Daryl is. And it's weird that they are giving him this romance that they're never going to fucking talk about ever again. I hope not. I hope she's not coming back. It was really weird. Like I said, it wasn't really contrived. It was just weird because I was settled to Daryl being alone forever, which is fine. That is who he is. But to introduce this weird random romance, it just...
Well, and it's not even like they were forced together out of necessity either. Like he could have always gone back to his family at, Hilltop / Alexandria / wherever. Like, yes, Rick was gone, but Michonne and Maggie was gone, but like Michonne was still there.
Judith was still there.
Yeah, Judith and Carol, and I mean, and even the people they met after the fact, like Ezekiel and everything, like they were all still there. So like it's not like, yeah, there you go, Aaron. It's not like it's not like it's not like he had nobody or nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and it just, I don't know, like if it had just been him and this woman like kind of at odds with each other because they're both loners, and then like, it just, I don't know, like it's just, also I've said this, like I said this earlier and I'll say it again, like why are we getting a 5 years ago Daryl's backstory while you were searching for Rick now? Like this was just stupid filler. Like I am here for Dog's backstory, but give me an entire episode where all we see is Dog and no humans talk. I would watch the shit out of that. Like all I want is Dog like doing his shit, doing his thing, and like and maybe Daryl pops in like once in a while and we see Dog like becoming like friends with Daryl as just a dog, not just that some chick's dog. That and also like you already said, like you hope she doesn't come back, and I said this in our chat earlier before the episode, like I swear to effing God, because we don't know that she's dead. We don't know that she's dead. We don't know that she's dead. And we do know that Connie is still alive. We saw her still alive at the end of some episode. I can't even remember which one. I think it was the one that aired in October. So like, I swear to God, if they are setting up some sort of Daryl love triangle, just kill me now. Like, I didn't want this. I didn't want Daryl like having a relationship like this.
And he was like a kicked puppy. And he's like, I found my home with you. Find me. Like folded it up and then put it in the floorboards. And I was like,
you found your home with this girl you like stumbled upon and have known for like a year or whatever.
It
like
took you so many years to open up to Carol and to Rick and everybody, and yet here you are just yeehawing off with some
just giving up, like giving up his found family that he survived with for how long, and like,
yeah, it's so out of character for him. This whole arc, this whole story was so out of character for him, and I hate it.
This is a guy who didn't give up on Merle, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. And it just
it's the cabin life. He was staying alone with Beth in the cabin. He started to fall for her. He was staying with this woman in the cabin. He started to fall for her. Give Daryl a cabin. Yeah, give Daryl a cabin and he'll fall for you.
Also, I will
again, I'm just saying COVID relationship, COVID marriage. That's all I'm saying here.
Also, Daryl standing out in the rain is the closest he's gotten to a shower in 10 seasons. Why didn't he just rub himself up against a tree and just like get the grit and the grime off,
What was the map again? The map was something important and it got ruined, and that was like kind of the
places that he was looking for Rick.
Okay.
He doesn't want to get the Grimes off because it reminds me of Rick Grimes. So he needs to.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, the map scene was so weird. Like he had the map in the rain and it ended up getting wet and he got angry. I'm like,
yeah, like why do you post a map on a tree out in the weather like that? Like if you're not laminating that shit, and actually if you laminated it, like I guess it could have been hit with some hard rain, and like if it was Sharpie, it wouldn't have washed off immediately if it was laminated. But like, yeah, you can't paste a paper ass map on a tree out in the elements and like get mad that it rains. Daryl, you're smarter than this.
And then he screamed,
where are the lamination zombies? Where are they?
right? Where are they? Yes.
They're just working in Staples. Is there which there's definitely, is it Zombieland or Warm Bodies or something where the zombies like they when they're doing something that's repetitive, they just keep doing it. It's a comedy thing.
Warm Bodies. And then also Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, I think, is the one I'm actually thinking of. Yeah. Like, yeah. So, like, yeah, there were those lamination zombies there. Hold up with the lawn mowing zombies having their own cabin love relationship things. There weren't really that many walkers in these episodes either. Like they were around, but they weren't like a danger at all, ever.
Mm-hmm. Maybe because of protocols, they don't want more people on set. Maybe that was it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that my friend our friend who works as a zombie or used to work as a zombie fairly regularly on the sets hasn't been back in a long while. But at the same time, like, I mean, and it could also just be them continuing to hammer home the whole, like, the people, like the we are the Walking Dead, the people are the Walking Dead thing. But like, I don't know. Well, and also all that makeup and everything, you got to get closer to people, even wearing masks or shields or whatever. That's a lot. I guess I get that, but it's still like, they were just almost non-existent in these two episodes. Like, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. I'm watching fucking Family Ties with Daryl over here. Homeward Bound with Dog.
Oh my gosh. So with gripes and WTF moments, so I said we know where all that random ass footage they shot before Corona went, and then there are way too many so and so months later.
Ugh.
Like the 2 moments later, like the fish from SpongeBob. 1 century later. And then I can keep up, honestly. And also, let's give it up for Daryl Dixon, the gold medalist of standing awkwardly in the background while women cry. He's done that so many times. He's done it for Carol. He's done it for Maggie. He's done it for Beth. He's done it for, God, so many women. And he didn't even know what to do. He just stands there.
Hit them with a throw of fish at them.
Oh my God, when he threw that fish at her door, I was like, really? Dumbass. I mean, it is on brand for Daryl to do that, but also like, that was a big fish.
Yeah, I mean, my general thought on this episode as a whole was like, we know nothing bad, really bad, is going to happen to either Carol or Daryl. So when they go out, just the two of them together, it's lame. Like, I like their banter, I do, but I know nothing's going to happen. It's like I knew from the beginning of this episode, if all we see is Carol and Daryl, and sure enough, nothing happened. We got a dumb filler flashback episode. And again, I don't care. I don't care what Daryl was up to. If they were going to have this, if they were going to show his story about what he was up to, they should have done it a fucking season ago. Okay? Like, just stop. Like, we had flashback episodes. We had several of them, didn't we? Like in season 9 or whatever, like as filler in the Whisperers stuff, like, just get it over with then. Why? I feel like this is, and I also feel like this is an afterthought. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I do. I always wanted to know where Dog came from, but like an entire fucking episode, and it turns out it's not even about Dog. How dare?
I tuned in for a Dog episode,
and I was disappointed.
I was so disappointed it was Leia who named him Dog.
Ugh, I know, right?
I'm like, okay, so it wasn't Daryl, because we really thought that Daryl named him Dog because it's a dog.
Yeah, which is something he would do.
Yeah.
But it was Leia who named it. So maybe they were like, oh, look, Leia and Daryl are basically the same person.
Oh yeah, female Daryl. It is just kind of. Is that what they were trying to do? Leia being female Daryl?
Because she was a loner, she was a good hunter, she was like getting
Dirty,
her own food and everything. Yeah.
long scraggly hair. Makes sense.
So Daryl basically fell in love with himself.
That's always healthy.
Oh.
She'll be back because we don't know what happened to her, if she left on her own or someone forced her out. She'll be back. Maybe she and Connie will be coming back to Alexandria hand in hand or something.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe they're lesbians together.
Because Connie likes Daryl and Leah is basically female Daryl, so maybe Connie will like her too.
Maybe.
And they all become just a throuple.
Daryl, a trio of Daryls.
Listen, I would be okay with that as long as we don't have to see some sort of stupid Daryl love triangle. Like I don't know. It was bad enough when it was so obvious that Daryl and Carol were just friends, and then like the Beth thing started happening, and it was like is Daryl and Carol's relationship? Is their ship just Carol with a YL?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Carol people and like the whatever Beth and Daryl's
Beryl.
Beryl.
No, Beth and Daryl was Bethel.
Bethel, yeah. That's a much better ship name. So Bethel and Carol shippers are like at each other's throats. Like I don't like. So what's gonna happen? Because there are still people out there who like hardcore ship Carol and Daryl. I think so.
And Emily Kinney has actually
10 people that still watch this goddamn show.
I believe Emily Kinney has been filming with The Walking Dead. For that
more flashback episodes.
Life After Death or whatever it's called. Life Before Death, I don't remember. She's apparently filming that because like she and Norman have been getting weirdly close again on Instagram. I don't know. I'm on a lot of I'm in a lot of groups, okay? I'm in a Bethel group too.
Why? Bekah, why do you do these things to yourself?
Because I hate myself and I want to suffer. Anyway. Okay. My stomach hurts. Theories.
Yeah, so I'm like, are these 6 episodes, I guess, with Bekah saying that they're going to use like cutting room floor content. So are these 6 episodes basically filler and they're going to focus on 2 people at once? Because episode 17 was Maggie and Daryl. Episode 18 was Daryl and Carol. And episode 19 from the promo is Aaron and Gabriel.
I mean, so like in that case, that's very, what was that, season 5?
Wait, who?
The season, I think it was season 5, the beginning of season 5, where it was where like everybody had just like maybe it was mid-season half of season 4 or 5, where the prison had just been like exploded and like everything was like all the episodes focused on like 2 to 4 characters.
It was the finale. It was season 4 finale. Because they spent season 5 chasing after Beth and she died at the end of season 5.
Yeah, not the end of season 5. She died mid-season.
No, she died at the end of season 5.
Lies.
Wasn't the finale. It wasn't the finale.
No, it was the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
It was like because remember, Bekah, we did, the only reason I know this for sure is because we went to a convention in February of 2015.
Oh, it was the mid-season
and you did
finale.
Zombie Beth. Like,
yeah,
Beth,
you're right.
You did Zombie
you're right.
Beth.
She died in December, and I was so. And that was my God, that costume, that fucking wig.
Yeah, and we also randomly, like, the actors didn't show up because there was like an accident or something, so we took over like a Walking Dead panel. did. We ran. We like they were like, well, they can't come, and we were just like, I was like, well, I'm running another panel for like another fandom tomorrow, but I know The Walking Dead, so I got up there, and so did Bekah, and so did our friend Brian, and we just were like, all right, well, this is our panel now. And the whole thing
are the
turned.
Walking Dead. Yeah,
we are the
We
Walking
literally
Dead.
we were dressed up. I was zombie. I was Walker Andrea. She was Walker Beth, and Brian was Walker Shane.
Yeah. We also had Gareth. We had Gareth too.
Yeah, we had a Walker Gareth. Oh god, good times. But yeah, so anyway, like yeah, I don't necessarily have a problem with them doing like character like specific character driven episodes with just 2 to 4 characters or whatever, but like not if it's gonna be like this shit. Like we don't need any more fucking flashbacks.
So the Maggie stuff, whenever I said the cutting room floor stuff, I'm talking about the Maggie stuff and episodes. Like the stuff like the first 2, because they also did film a bunch of stuff after COVID started as well. So it's not going to be just filler episodes, but I think that Daryl and this lady were filler, and I think that so it's not all going to be filler, it's just most of it.
But you know what? Only 4 more episodes for us to go through. And next episode is Gabriel and Aaron, the most interesting characters on this show.
I do like Gabriel a lot nowadays, but yeah, no, I don't need an episode about him. And like, I don't even. What is Gracie going to be in it?
No,
Gracie's
unfortunately not.
No.
You're sure?
You're sure?
Yeah, from the promo, she wasn't in the promo. Apparently, Aaron and Gabriel are out on some mission, and they end up meeting someone who I think is related to the Reapers or something.
Related, like
from the Reaper group. He's one of the Reapers because Gabriel doesn't like recognize him, and they have a fight.
Oh.
It's weird. But no Gracie sighting, like more Gracie. Like give me a flashback of Aaron taking care of Gracie. That's it. Like entire episode of that.
You just want some domestic gay, don't you?
Yeah, like Daryl can show up, or maybe an episode focusing on the kids. Like what are they up to?
Just a whole episode of RJ and Gracie.
Yeah.
Taking back, I don't know.
And Ezekiel climbing trees, Gracie waiting for her dad.
Herschel, you mean?
Yeah, Herschel, yeah, okay.
Ezekiel ain't gonna be climbing anything anytime soon.
Even Ezekiel's supposed to be dead. Isn't he like ill? I'm like,
he is ill, yeah.
Why isn't he dying? But yeah, Gabriel and Anne, and I guess the final episode is going to be the Commonwealth episode, and that's where these episodes will end on a cliffhanger of some sort. Yeah. Also, did you see that meme online where it was a weird joke that when Daryl and Leah were getting intimate with each other, there's this picture of Eugene looking through the window.
No, I didn't see that. Oh my gosh.
Window, like Eugene just standing there.
We don't know where Eugene was at that time, so
yeah. It could have happened.
Oh God, hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. So do we have any other thoughts? I'm alone.
These 2 episodes were a waste of time. Like
the thing is, like, I didn't the first one was like, okay, like I guess we need to show Maggie going to retrieve Herschel from wherever she left him, but like an entire episode about that just to like shove this new big bad in our face right away is just blech. And then like yeah, but again, like I've exhausted my thoughts on last night's episode. It was they should, if they were going to do this, if they were going to do this to us, they should have done it a season ago or something. Over it.
Because I don't really care about that 5-year time jump anymore.
No,
like, it's not interesting. I don't care what these characters were doing during that 5 years. I don't care.
especially since like it doesn't unless they're gonna bring back this Leah person, it does not matter to the storyline at all anymore.
I hope she doesn't come back.
Like it's
I can only
done.
handle one Daryl.
Like it just served to give what Daryl like his like angst episode. Ugh.
Yeah, of him losing more people.
And he basically lost Carol too because they aren't friends anymore or something.
Wow. We know that's not gonna last. How many times have they like kind of not been friends anymore?
Too many times.
Just fight like brother and sister, let's be real.
Yeah, disappointing episodes. I was expecting more. Even from Walking Dead standards, I was expecting something more.
That's silly.
But yeah, this has to be our shortest webcast.
Well, we're not quite done yet. We need to do our recommendations.
Also curious, Connie is coming back at the end of the season. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we already know she's alive. Who picked her up again? Do we know?
No one picked her up. She was just walking around, injured.
I thought she was laying on top of the. She was laying on top of the tractor trailer, that car.
I thought that somebody found her. I thought that somebody found her at the very end. Like at the very end of like when they brought her back, those like 2 seconds at the end of whatever episode it was, I could have sworn somebody found her.
I mean, it's either going to be the Reapers or the
Virgil, yes.
Virgil?
She woke up in the woods near Oceanside.
Oh,
and she was found by Virgil, the guy that Michonne had all that drama with.
I thought she killed him.
No, he's alive.
He was poisoning the apples, right? He was putting hallucinogens in the apples.
Yeah, hallucinogens. But
yeah, tea or whatever.
But yeah, he went on his own path, and Michonne went on her own path, and yeah. So okay, I knew she was found by somebody. So yeah, she was found by Virgil, and that's that. So like, and apparently near Oceanside too. So it's like it's really only a matter of time, right? Like unless Virgil like kidnaps her and takes her. Whatever. All right, so obviously Connie's coming back. Hopefully Leah doesn't, but again, we didn't see her die, and we didn't see a body or a walker body or like anything. So,
yeah.
Sorry, just ignore me. I accidentally pressed the wrong button.
All right, so recommendations.
Actually, I don't recommend this. I've been watching a lot of Criminal Minds lately, but it's really depressing, so I don't recommend Criminal Minds. Although I started playing Stardew Valley. It's a super cute farm simulation where you grow your own crops and you fish and you.
So it's Sim Farm, but modern.
Yes, and it's really cute, and you fish and you farm and you romance the villagers, and it's just a really cute, and I definitely recommend it. You can get it on your phone, which I have it on my phone. I also have it on Steam, and you can play co-op mode with 3 of your friends.
You know what? Stardew Valley, but add zombies in it too.
No, there are already zombies in Stardew Valley. They do have monsters in the caves.
Yeah.
There are zombies, there are slimes, there are skull monsters, there are flying skull monsters, there are bugs. There are skeletons that walk upright, and the only way to kill the mummies is with a bomb. So you have to plant it very carefully and then run away. It's a lot.
Interesting.
It's really cute, though. I recommend it. The music is really soothing, and you can have like farm animals. And I've already sunk 150 hours into this game.
I know. I kept meaning to see if I could download it to play with you, but also I don't have time. So that's that. For me, I don't know, like I'm gonna just be like kind of lame mainstreamish and I guess say WandaVision. Like WandaVision was really good. I think a lot of people were like kind of disappointed in the finale, and I'm kind of over here like, what did you expect to happen? Like it had to end. I do think that it was a little bit rushed at the end. Like they tried to cram like all the things that could happen in that last episode, but like other than that, like
Is it just a
they
one
told
season show?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
one season show, yeah. So they told the story they needed to tell, and like overall it was really good. So and I think that if you go into it, like I don't really know what people were expecting out of the ending, like other than the fact that I agree it was a little bit rushed in the last episode. I don't really the show as a whole was just very good. I rewatched The Witcher. I understand it a lot better because I watched it and then I started rewatching it like a month later, like after I'd watched it the first time. So like this time or a little earlier last year, and I never finished that rewatch. So like we just sat down and actually watched it, and I definitely like get the timelines and everything a lot better now and enjoyed it a lot more. Also, it just brought me back to beginning of 2020 when we were all watching The Witcher and tossing a coin to him, and everything was so good and we had so much hope for the world, and now this. Please stand by. That's all I got.
Yeah, at least Witcher season 2 is happening, so there's that.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill needs to work. Apparently, he's not Superman anymore. He's done. Warner Bros. Basically fired him.
Wait,
So,
who
yeah.
did? Oh, Henry Cavill? Why?
Yeah, he's not Superman anymore.
Oh,
They're recasting the role.
I mean, I don't know.
That happens
My
like
brain
every
is
10 years or something. Who cares?
my brain is empty. The only thought is weirdo Army Hammer.
No.
Farid.
the actual zombie.
He's such a
like
fucked up.
living zombie. I don't know. I mean, it's cannibalism. I don't even know. Whatever
It's
that
not
was.
just cannibalism. It's other fucked up stuff too. Everybody is focused on the cannibalism, which is understandable. I don't know why I'm saying you shouldn't care about the cannibalism. You should care about cannibalism. If your neighbor is a cannibal, turn them in. I think any activities or convention. Oh, Farid, did you recommend anything?
Nothing. No.
Nothing. Okay. BTS is performing at the Grammys, and they're up for a Grammy on the 14th, and I'm super excited.
It's their English song, right?
Yeah, it is. It's for the performance of their English song Dynamite. Yeah, but if they win a Grammy, they'll still be the first Asian group to win a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's a big.
So you're gonna be watching them, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yes, I am watching. I'm watching. They're on Sunday.
Oh God, that's soon.
No, Saturday. That's the day that your party is not on.
Friday or Sunday. Then they're on Sunday. They're on Sunday. Award shows are always on Sunday.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be dressing up really fancy. And walk the carpet with BTS. Shut the fuck up, Farid.
I mean, I'll be there. So if we're at my house, I'll dress up with you.
Yeah. We'll watch.
Maybe if I can get my ass out of my pajamas.
It's fine. They won't know that we're dressed up or that we're not dressed up.
Well, I mean, we are doing like a virtual Ice and Fire Con next month, so I don't know. I don't really have any scheduling or anything for it. I will by the time we have our 3rd episode of this. By the time we've covered all 6 episodes of The Walking Dead. But yeah, so obviously, cons. Haha, that's hilarious. Other than that, no activities.
I think San Diego Comic Con is online.
Yes.
Again this year. So no guests, no one is going to show up, I guess.
I mean, and honestly, like they announced in April of last year that they would be online. California is still like on mostly, like they're mostly locked down here. Like you can eat at a restaurant now, and that's like about it. There's news that they're going to be reopening Disneyland, but only to California residents and only at like 15% capacity. So, yeah, like that's like it's. I'm not arguing with it at all. Like I just like. I feel like by July, there's absolutely no way in hell they could have had 150,000 person convention. Just like there's people saying Dragon Con's going to happen, and I'm like, okay, there. Like, I think there's a 50-50 chance, and the only way it's going to happen is if they can't get out of it. Because, like, with the vaccine rollout going the way it's going, don't even talk to me about, the J&J vaccine is going to help. The J&J vaccine, putting vaccines out there to be given doesn't mean that they're going to be administered properly. Like that's the distribution of them is just our country is administrative hell. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, whatever.
But at least you'll be getting the relief checks soon. So maybe that's something like $1,400. Like, good for you.
I think, is it that much? I don't know. I saw that they approved a bill, but the bill is like the amount that they promised minus the $600 we already got at the beginning of the year. And it's like, for me, like, I'm lucky. Like, I didn't lose my main source of income. I lost my secondary source of income. I can survive just barely on my main source of income. So I'm not like hurting as bad as some other people are. But I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like when I go out to eat, here, especially where they've been closed down for so long, like somebody told me I was nuts because I gave somebody like a 40% tip. And I was like, whatever, man. Like, I don't know how long they were out of work. They're still not allowed to have like full capacity at restaurants. Like, it's not that much. You know what I mean? It's like an extra $10. Like, they deserve it. They're putting themselves at risk, like, yeah, whatever. But anyway, that's about it. I got nothing else.
Okay. All right. So I'm Bekah along with Farid and Tara. Thank you for joining us while we bitch about stuff and things. The Bitching Dead. Please follow the Bitching Dead and the Geeky Area on Twitter. Remember, we are a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you. Thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geeky Area, and also Happy International Women's Day.
Yay!
Yay! I'm trying to end the broadcast. Help.